Week 10 of high school football. Week 10, another great one, headlined by John Curtis versus brother Martin, Rummel versus Jesuit, Hahnville, Destrehan, St. James versus Edie White, and Thibodaux versus East St. John, just to name a few. Welcome in to Fox 8 Football Friday, where the regular season is coming to an end. How about that, Chris? I'm Sean Pazan.
And I'm Chris Hagan. Last chance for a few teams to make an impact and improve their playoff seeding, and the last chance for some teams to get into the playoffs, period, but that's not the case for these two. How about John Curtis and brother Martin starting us off? They should get favorable spots in the brackets. 14-0 Curtis in the third. Marquise Martin forces the sack and forces brother Martin to punt, but on the punt, Devon Moore lays a huge hit to force a fumble. That would lead to a brother Martin field goal to make it 14-3. Still in the third quarter, Colin Guggenheim gets going, but to the air to Connor Ogeron. Big gain before he goes out inside the 3-yard line. Next play, it's Shane Goins getting in for the Curtis touchdown, 22-3 after the two-point conversion. Marquise Martin wasn't done either. The big man coming up with another sack, this time forcing the fumble in the process. It's recovered by Kylan White. That would lead to this touchdown run from Corey Wren. How often have we seen this year? Wren showing that speed down the sideline. Another two-point conversion makes it 30-3 Curtis. Jump to the fourth quarter. The backup's getting some work. Tylen Taylor in at QB, pitching to Malik Ward, showing us the future is bright for the Patriots. Taylor would keep it and finish the drive himself to make it 36-3. That was the final score as Curtis gets a big win heading into the playoffs.
You always want to try to end on a positive note, and we'll just have to wait and see how the PowerPoints play out at the end of the on Sunday. But, you know, right now we know we've got to bye, and we're just going to get ready for whoever the opponent's going to be in that second round of the playoffs.
Rummel taking on Jesuit tonight. Second half, 14-0 Rummel Raiders in the lead. Grant Jordan has nobody open for the Blue Jays, but he's going to take off and run, and he's got a little speed, turns the corner, gains 30. But Jordan tries scrambling again, but this time he gets stuck with no place to run, and Kobe Fields is there to take him down. Raiders ball now. Kyle Wickersham fakes the handoff and throws it deep to Coy Moore. And the LSU commit has the first down and a whole lot more. Rummel couldn't make anything good happen with the field position, but they were able to add 3 more right here. Raiders ball again. Wickersham looking for someone to throw to, but not going to happen. He gets sacked. Jesuit ball now. Jordan hands off to Jerron Duplessis, but he is stopped by the Raiders. Rummel goes on to win this one, 27-0.
Next stop, the rivalry between Destrehan and Hahnville. Destrehan's Demarius Jackson to Quincy Brown in the quick pass for a Wildcat touchdown. Hahnville trying to respond. Drew Knockin pitches, but it's fumbled and recovered by Destrehan's Quincy McGuffey. From there, Destrehan's Kyle Edwards takes the handoff and works his way outside, beating the defenders to the pylon for a touchdown for the Wildcats. A little bit later, Demarius Jackson taking the snap, but Hahnville's Ryan Barbier says, no, sir, comes through with the sack. A little bit later, Tigers ball again. Knockin looking for Dakota Williams. Tigers get on the board with the touchdown pass. Then it's Knockin again, but another big play from the Destrehan defense, sacked by Kelvin Leah as Destrehan goes on to win it 23-21.
Lost a couple early, and for us to come back and end up 7-3 and get a good round and get a good playoff bid here. I think just our kids are just. We've been playing good defense most of the year. They showed tonight. You know, we gave up big plays. They have a great team. They had a great plan up for us. But our kids played hard. They kept pushing, and our kids did a great job tonight. I'm so happy for these guys.
Meanwhile, on the North Shore, Lakeshore wraps up the regular season unblemished, topping Salmon 55-zip. St. Charles Catholic firing on all cylinders once again heading into the postseason, shutting out Cohen 35-0.
All right, St. James, perfect season on the line, and number 7 in our rankings trying to get their
That's tricky.
awfully fans here. E.D. White, and it backfires. Ball on the ground. Uh-oh. And the Cardinals pounce Brennan Bourne on the recovery. But Wildcats defense bows up. Brad Baptiste picks the pass in the end zone, sheds a would-be tackler, and mounts a return all the way back to the 30. Heads up play by him. Then it's Shamar Smith. Drops back to pass, decides to scramble, gets him beyond midfield. So fast on the field. Then he'll hand it off to Sean LaBeouf, who goes untouched right through the middle of the E.D. White defense. Touchdown, Wildcats. Back on offense now, it's Daniel Jupiter's turn. He weaves in and out. Can't quite get into the end zone, but still showing some breakaway speed and is getting close. No worries. Gets another crack at it. And this time, he is in for the score. St. James, how about that? Caps off an undefeated season, knocking off E.D. White 38-7. And our other undefeated team in the area, Laranger, they finish a perfect 10-0 with a 29-11 win over Bogalusa.
Moving to Class 5A, a showdown between Thibodaux and East St. John. Thibodaux's Luke Alamon scrambles out of the pocket, trying to make something happen, and he does. Gets across for the first down. Jump to the second quarter. East St. John's Sean Shelby looking for Markel August with a long pass up the sideline. He connects. First down on the play. Then Shelby goes to Alonzo Porter with the quick pass. And that is good for 6 as he stretches across the goal line. Wildcats touchdown. East St. John going back to work a little bit later. C.J. Gardner gets a hole and sprints upfield. The big man rumbling to about the 15-yard line. Then it's Shelby back to the air to Dante Fleming. Nice catch. Wildcat touchdown. They go on to beat the Tigers 21-14. Also in Class 5A, District 6, Covington upsets rival Mandeville 21-14. Mandeville has the head-to-head over Slidell. The Tigers get by a winless North Shore squad 34-20.
Newman hosting South Platte tonight. Arch Manning getting going early. Little RPO. Finds Jarmone Sutherland on the slant. Look at that run after catch. That's a big game. Manning then will look left. Can't find anyone. Rolls to his right. Then hits William Randall in the back of the end zone. Wide open for 6. But then the Greens got cute. Little razzle-dazzle. Backfires. Double reverse leads to a fumble, which South Plaquemines recovers. But Newman's defense responds. Greenies with the INT. Will Hardy with the pick and the nice return. Watch him rumble all the way downfield. Leads to Manning, drops back, then drops an absolute beauty on the deep post for a touchdown to Pike Philibert. And the Greenies get the shutout 45-0. There's a good chance Newman will face Pope John Paul or North Lake Christian in the first round of the D3 playoffs. Late in the fourth period, North Lake Christian comfortably ahead of Springfield 31-7. Well, St. Thomas Aquinas pitches a 56-0 win over Pope John Paul. So Newman is rolling into the playoffs. Lakeshore is undefeated. Laranger, St. James, and of course the Rummel Raiders.
I think what we learned is that, look, the teams that we expected to be in this position and finish the season undefeated, they handled business tonight. They take that momentum into the playoffs.
Yes, and it should be a fun playoffs, no doubt about that. Up next, the Carr Cougars are looking to make it 4 straight state titles. See how they finish their regular season off against Helen Cox. And the Carver Rams are hoping for a high enough playoff seed to host the first round game. See how they fared in their finale against Lushing. Your top player of the week, Slidell running back Harlan Dixon. Last week, Dixon rushed for 154 yards and 3 touchdowns and added 71 yards receiving and a touchdown in a win over Fountain Blue. Each week, we unveil a fresh set of nominees on Final Play Sunday night. And voting is open Monday through Wednesday. Just go to fox8live.com/player. And then the winner is announced Friday night right back here on Fox 8 Football Friday. Tune in Sunday to see who's up for this week. Welcome back into the show.
Yeah, still plenty of games to bring you. Let's get back to those highlights and jump back to Thursday night. Homecoming king and queen for Carr, Mark Robinson and Cassidy Lee Brooks hoping to celebrate a win. Carr up 7-0 in the third. On 3rd and goal, Helen Cox's Quinn Triggs Jr. stuffs the run. That brings up a 4th and goal, and that play goes nowhere. Leonard Kelly just has to throw it away. Still in the third, though, Kelly gets another chance, and this time they capitalize. He finds Kevin Maroney and Carr able to extend their lead to 13-0 after the touchdown. Helen Cox with their best field position of the night, trying to make something happen, but Jamie Vance comes away with the interception. That would help seal it as Carr. It's not pretty, but they get it done, 13-0. Also happening Thursday night in the city of McMain, finishing their season strong with a 54-0 win over Bonneville, getting to 500 on the campaign with a 41-8 win over Grace King.
Meanwhile, De La Salle taking on Thomas Jefferson. First quarter, Byron Phillips for the Cavaliers. He'll take it into the end zone. Cavs up 7-0. Cole Milford for De La Salle. Then we'll find Nixon Bernard in the end zone for the touchdown. Cavs up 14-0. Then Milford hits Jerron Gilmore, and he is able to get in for the score. De La Salle up 21-0 now. Second quarter, Byron Phillips again with the handoff, again with the touchdown. Cavs go up 28-0, and De La Salle wins big 42-0. Well, big news for the Cavaliers tonight. Sources tell Fox 8 Sports that Warren Easton forfeited their game against De La Salle in Week 1, and that forfeit changes the power ratings. The Cavaliers are now likely to be the #1 seed in the Division II playoffs. So big news for them. Some other close games last night. Haynes over Kenner Discovery 22-13. Douglas over Wright 38-27.
Warren Easton taking on John F. Kennedy tonight and setting the tone early with Ashad Clayton going up the middle, strong blocking at the line and downfield. He gets in for the score. On the extra point, check it out. It's a fake.
Ooh, all right.
DeJuan Kennedy rolls out and hits
like
Jewel
it.
Holmes for 2 points. Getting tricky. That is nice. More special teams highlights. This time a fake punt by Kennedy. Aaron Delgado rolling right and turns on the Jets. Good for a first down. However, their drive would eventually stall. The Eagles get the ball back, and they go right back to Clayton. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Makes a couple guys miss, gets the first down. Deshaun Holmes, meanwhile, trying to get the passing game going, but facing an onslaught of pressure. Evades them, but only for so long. He's tackled before he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so back to the run game, why not? And Clayton is able to work his way into the end zone behind a Raymond Williams pancake block. Easton cruises 50-0 over Kennedy. Some other Class 4A scores. Landry Walker over Bell Chase in a close one, 22-20. Meanwhile, Franklinton beats Pearl River 43-28.
Central Lafourche looking to finish off their District 7 and 5A schedule at Terrebonne tonight with both teams in the mix for the playoffs. Ja'Kai Douglas, we know how explosive he can be, keeps it here on the read option, and look how elusive he is. Makes him a Florida State commit. That's why they want him out in Tallahassee, but the drive would stall. Central Lafourche looking to capitalize. Ambitious pass by Astrian Duncan over the middle, but Dejon Scott has other plans. He picks it off. Tigers back on the attack. Jalen Lucas on the sweep. Gets outside, and it's a track race.
Certainly a play of the week nominee.
That is some speed, Chris Hagan. That's a 7-0 lead. Looking like a young Chris Hagan there. Graders going slow and steady. Duncan, nice pass to Logan Wilcox to
Touch pass.
Move the chains. Then it's Deion Jenkins on the ground, getting into pay dirt, but Terrebonne pulls away 42-18. Also in Class 5A, Ayrton Chalmette jockeying for position. Patriots top Higgins 14-6, while Chalmette overcomes upset-minded Riverdale 13-0.